Greetings. Building Nexus Age Gladiator today with the first few rounds of F. Oh, there goes the box cover. It's Life in Reterra. Goal of the game is get the most points, and to do that, you're going to play tiles and get buildings, inhabitants, all that stuff. Alright. Let's say. So, this is the introductory set of cards. We'll go ahead and use the purple side. School is. Hold on. I need to sleeve these cards at some point. I need to hope these cards actually fit sleeved in their containers. Alright, school. Worth 2 additional points if you have more visible relics than both your neighbors. Your neighbors are the people to your immediate left and right. So trying to go after stuff like book and compass and cell phone and all that. Garden. It's worth 2 points by itself, and 3 additional points if placed on a terrain segment of exactly 7 contiguous spaces. Farm. 4 points, and each time you place a building, place a junk token on a relic of one of your neighbor's communities. Covering up a relic reduces its, takes away that point. Covering up with a junk token means it's actually a negative. So you see others getting relics. That ties in with the school pretty well. Infirmary, 4 points. At the end of every turn, place one inhabitant on this building or any other building in the same segment of continuous terrain as this building. Requires some planning on that end. Public square, worth 1 point per space of your largest segment of continuous terrain, even if it's not the one that's on. Alright, let's say this is our starting player over here. Well, what do we got to work with? We got a ginormous chunk of asphalt. Let's look at what we got out there, too. Because we're going to plan accordingly. I'm going to set things up. Yeah. Alright. Maybe that's what we do. We go ahead and take this and go ahead and put an inhabitant on the grassland gear, because it'll still be a point. And then just plan to play next to that next. Of course, good opportunity there. Alright, here, looking at what we got. Let's go ahead and work on my hand for this one kind of sucks. Alright. You know what? We'll make the most of it. Go here, and then we'll not play an inhabitant. We'll try to hold out for more gears. Alright. This player, what they got. Let's see. Let's set this up here and think about future planning. Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave that gear uncovered by any inhabitants. And we go on to this player. Let's just start taking energy sources, because that's big points. All we do is keep them centralized, and then just big ass points. Alright. Background of this player, we got use something from our own hand. Or realize, oh hey, that is a wise idea. Let's go ahead and play our own energy source. Yeah, the energy sources will continue your water space or water uh, environment. But playing in a tile from hand means not drawing one from out here. I'm thinking about a variant for this game where instead of taking the tile and playing it immediately, you take your tile into hand and then play one from your hand. Call it tournament mode. Let's see here. Well, let's continue the forest and the Badlands. And let's go ahead and get the inhabitant for the forest. Over here, can work on setting things up for the Badlands building. Here, let's go ahead and take that. Again, we'll hold off on using the gears for a future turn. Alright. I think that's something to think about. I don't think anything that features water is going to feature gears. Now that I'm starting to see the pattern here. Let's see what it has to offer. Let's go ahead and play our other energy source. And now we've got our focus to build this way. Back over here. Well, so let's hit out there. Let's just go ahead and just bite the bullet on this. Alright, let's play the school. Or the garden? I have to get exactly two more. There's probably a better name for the desert. There. I call it Badlands, it's officially desert. We can get exactly two more out of all this. But I need to at least be building over here. Yeah. Let's see if we can make the garden pay off. I like that the buildings are small enough that you can still see the normal terrain underneath. Alright. Back over here. Long-term planning. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll play the inhabitant on the scare. Alright. Over here. We got here. Send out the water that way. Here. Go there. And go ahead and play the infirmary. And then at the end of every turn, including this one, building power. Alright. Over here, let's, actually start taking tiles. Alright. You go here. There's no guarantee that asphalt won't be taken, so we'll go ahead and take the inhabitant. Alright. So, quarter of the way through. I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing this big asphalt square. Alright. Well, there's something at least. Go ahead and place that there. I'll put the inhabitant on this one. And now I'd have to make sure I don't do any more desert to make sure the garden works out exactly as it needs to. But now it gives me something to work with here. Alright. Over here. Don't use that yet. Yeah, let's do it. Let's throw out the farm. They don't have any relic symbols, though, is the thing. But it might also discourage them from placing relics. So there we go. We've got the farm. We can put junk on our neighbors. All right. Over here. Keep that going, or go elsewhere. Let's see. I'm not really doing forests on this one. It's set up to do more stuff that way and that way. We could. Let's just focus on taking a big grass space. Set up our own plan, or backup plan if needed. Over here. Again, trying to ensure this gets surrounded properly. Let's see. Yeah. Can work this way. And then if I know what's in my hand, I should think about what we'll go there. We'll hold off on placing anything yet. Alright. Back over here. Asphalt. Let's take from the asphalt over here. And then get ready to... Oh, wait. At the end of their turn, they're supposed to get their inhabitant. Alright. So, place there, and we'll hold off on placing a building because things can still work out that way. Alright, here we take this. And a small bit of water there. And then we go ahead and take the school to combo with our farm. Then at reaction to placing a building, place a junk token, covering up that relic. I'm probably not too happy about that. Alright. Place the tile. They're going to go ahead and take that because screw everything else. That's the big points thing. Yes, it restricts your actual building, but the points it's worth is usually worth it. Alright, back over here. Let's go ahead and we go here, which gives me that 2 gear to work on. I'm planning appropriately. Garden, I'm going to make it exactly 7. That's a long shot if I can actually pull the 1. That is exactly in the corner. All things considered, going with the school makes sense because we still got like 2 relics. So might as well go with that. Oh yeah, at the end of their turn, they're supposed to get 1 more inhabitant. Alright. Replace that tile. Alright. Over here. Place that asphalt. And now we've got the 3-gear spot. And build a farm and start fighting back. Or take the infirmary and start not caring about. Not worrying too much about points. There we go. My turn. Alright. No tiles left means you're at the mercy of whatever's coming out here. So let's go and do that. Alright. We've got... Let's see. Farm. School. Where else can we start setting things up, though? Is the thing. There's still some Badlands spot or desert out there. Playing creatively here. We go here. And place the inhabitants. And we'll see how that plays out. Alright. Here. Still need to surround here. Yeah. Still got some stuff to work on. We start trying to focus on keeping this the upper corner. This area here. So I guess that's going to mean trying to set that up. Alright. Set that here. Place an inhabitant here. And refill that. There we go. Alright. Here. Alright. Yeah, the infirmary's filled up and I need to get another building to keep using it. What else do I have to work with here? We'll go there, we'll set up the inhabitant on the forest and then hope we can keep the asphalt available. Oh, there we go. Over here. Got the infirmary bonus at the end. I need to be working up here to surround that. So, what's gonna help? Here. Let's see. Here. And expect to not be able to put in a building. Let's go ahead and throw an inhabitant out there. Or in that case, we'll just throw it down here. Because now I have to go this way. Yeah, with no guarantee of being able to secure the building, just go with the inhabitant and get the infirmary inhabitant as well. Refill that space. Alright. Back over here. Well, let's just go for the gears, and garden is not going to help, but school will, and a farm reaction can use throw junk out there on people's stuff. Continue to piss off my neighbors. Fill the empty space. Alright. Ooh, nice. Compasses were lost in the forest. Probably explains a lot. Alright. Oops. Well, let's face up. Let's figure that plan at some point. Let's just go for it. There, that's surrounded by land tiles, so that'll matter at the end. Let's go to school. Oh yeah, at the end of their turn, it's supposed to get the infirmary. Yeah. Anyway. And now I gotta see about messing with my opponents here. Or we wait. Try to get another Badland space and hope for the best. We're still there. Keep calling it Badland space. Dang it. Alright. Well, there is the... Yeah. There we go. That's what I want. Because there's 7 contiguous asphalt spaces, which works well for the garden. Alright. Back over here. Oh, refill. Wow. See, now I'm not in a good position to take another one of those because I can't get it surrounded. Hilariously, every other player can make use of that pretty well. Alright. Suppose... we go here. And let's get our inhabitants. Alright. Refill. Over here. It means I'm committed to going one way or the other. It means that gear is a waste if I go this way. If I go this way, though, the terrain comes out weird. Yeah, sometimes I just say, screw it. Go there. We're now committed to trying to go that way. Alright, one moment. Alright. Here. There's still the Badlands one to get. This is kind of funny. Go ahead and take that. and do the inhabitant on the trees. Or yeah, we'll just put the inhabitant on the trees, and we'll see if we can get the last lucky desert space. Alright. Over here. Cannot extend out that asphalt anymore because of the garden. So, what can we do with the water? Well, extend out the water this way. No. So, set things up. Let's set up another gear. And I've got something to work with to extend that and make use of it. Okay, back over here. Well, shoot, let's just go for it. Oh, that's a terrible idea. Alright, well, that lone tree space is getting an inhabitant. Well, asphalt, man. Alright. More big forest relics. I mean, that's actually not a bad idea. Big ass forest. Full of surprise treasure. Here. Aha, there's... That means that asphalt gets cut off. Well, it's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll hold on to those, and we'll just take this and put the inhabitant on the asphalt. What happens if you run out of inhabitants for some reason? Well, I imagine there's a limited number of people after the apocalypse, so run out. Alright. Okay. 10. When in doubt, count the tiles and see what we got left to work with. Well, let's go ahead and just make the building. A 2 forest space to make the garden worth it. Or another school, because we've got so many relics. We might just hope for the best out of that. Alright. Well, there goes my hand. This is the last player with any tiles in hand. It is now pulled from the top and over the best. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and drop in the asphalt. And school's not going to... Well... I mean, school's points. It's something. Or alternatively... No, in that case, why not just go this way and go with the garden? Because I see enough of the grassland to stuff. Alright. Now, this player could entirely hate draft that tile. but it doesn't immediately help them. That's the problem. Well, let's go ahead and continue to surround the energy source. And we'll hold out for one of those gears remaining available for that building. Oh, hey. Found the abandoned library. Alright. No, seriously, go to your library before the apocalypse breaks it apart. Anyway. Oh, that's right. I always need to remember what's visible on my camera and what is not visible on my camera. Let's see the squares continuing. Oh, there we go. Water. Alright. Well, if I know I can save my own ass later if need to be. Oh, that's right. Stick to the plan. Yay, for not getting screwed out of the public square, but also getting screwed out of the putting an inhabitant on that here. 1 point per space of your largest segment of continuous terrain. And I'm already at 10, 19. Alright, this is going to help me compete against the double energy source menace over here. Alright, that one. Over here. Well, I've got no active gears up. And with my schools, I want to try to have relics, so go big relics. Alright. Flip up tile out of that one. Alright. Over here, let's remember what we're trying to do here. 2 grassland space. Can't afford to mess up the garden. That's what I'm trying to do here. Alright, so there. Or there, that way that's still open-ended. And I'll just put the inhabitant on this one. There, garden 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. That's what I wanted. Alright, new tile. For this player. Twin schools. We go there. And then 5 means not making the garden possible from here any further. However, a school is something, and it is a building for the farm. So junk on my neighbors. I'm sorry that you're the only one that has visible relics, but that's just how it goes. Alright. New tile. This player. Well, we still got our plan going. Just try to keep things going. Suppose an infirmary or a farm, because there's still space to make buildings and throw junk at people. Alright, we build that farm. Let's say go ahead. Alright, over here. Just continue amassing relics, I think. The funny thing is, if we build a public square, I could indirectly score the water. So we'll set that up there. Alright. Last quarter of the game. Not bad for like half an hour in. Alright. Well, if we want to score this energy source, we're having to go this way. Stew. Oh man, that's rough. Go here. Put out the inhabitants on the desert space and then hope to pull another gear from the asphalt. Alright. Here. Well. Just more relics is more relics. And that helps the schools. Just throw the asphalt over here. Another abandoned library. Alright. Here, we still have things to work with. In case. Maybe that's the plan. Huh. Focus on setting things up. There. So I've got something to work with over here. I've still got the 2 pieces of this puzzle to make it happen. Alright. And then over here. We go there. We'll put the inhabitant on the desert space. And refill from this pile. Alright. Over here. Now or never. Set that up. And we'll have another infirmary. And that automatically gets an inhabitant at the end of the turn. And the last few turns will fill it up. Alright. It works out. Over here, we got a refill. Well, shoot. I suppose we go there, put the inhabitants on the desert space, and then hope nobody messes with that one. Over here. Again, future planning. We take this one and put the inhabitant on the forest space. And then with what I got in my hand, we'll just not have to worry about anything. Because that's probably the thing you do is you try to set things up to make the most out of your tiles in hand before the game is over. Alright, over here. Well, go there, put the inhabitants on this space. And hope we don't get completely screwed out of that. Alright. Back over here, we'll get, remember this inhabitant for the end of the turn. Okay. Well, more asphalt to extend out the section. And then that leaves that badland or desert space for a potential final building. Well, there. And I get the infirmary inhabitant there. Here. Oh yeah, new tile. Well, more asphalt helps, which kind of makes them a little bit pissed off because they were hoping to keep that alive. Unfortunately, that space is 8, which the garden wouldn't help. But hey, it's cool. And that is a building for the farm, so it can start attacking relics. We'll attack that one. Alright. That's that one. Over here. I'm planning to play the hand anyway. There, and we'll put the inhabitant on that gear. That sets things up for the final move of that game. Can't believe this player got to pull it off. They build the public square. Yay. Alright. And they're if they can connect these two, this will be the biggest continuous segment they've got. Alternatively, 9, 14, 19 water. Alright. We'll put out that pile. Alright. Alright. Final move of the game. What do we got? In a turn, we'll have that inhabitant there for regardless of whatever ends up happening here. Alright. Well, nothing else. We just go for the building. The school's not going to mean much. The garden's not going to mean much either. But hey, it's, points are points at this point. Alright. Refilled space. Alright. Their final turn. Let's see. Keep the forest going. Forest going and a relic. Alright. Unfortunately, that is not a 7 space. But the school works out for what we're trying to do here. And the farm continues to throw junk around. I think we're more worried about this player at this point. Yeah. Filled space. Alright. Over here. Holy crap. Got off my plan. Hey, we built all the size 4 buildings. Yay. And their largest segment is either the desert. No, it's going to be the desert. Grassland came just a little bit short. Alright. Well, if nothing else, we take that. We take an inhabitant. Holy crap, there's still an inhabitant left. Alright. Final scoring. Let's get out yield, pencil, and score pad. When I say I'm going to do the first few rounds, sometimes I get into the feel of the game. It's like, I just want to keep playing. I want to see this. I want to see how this ends. Alright. Alright, so player number 1. Terrain segments of 7 or more. We've got asphalt here is 1. Water here is 2. Asphalt. Desert. Grassland. Alright. That's 5. Yeah, it's like 15 points. Alright. Right side. Side. Far left. Alright. Energy sources. Got 8. Relics. They've got 2 visible. Inhabitants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Buildings. Alright. They've got 2 infirmaries. So there's 8. Their schools require them to have more relics than their neighbors, which is not happening. They're still worth 2 each. The gardens So 4, 4, and 2 is 10. Um, 2 guardians on exactly the 7 that they need is another 5 each. So there's 20. And then minus junk is 2. Alright. So it actually kind of just that cancels out. 34, 42, 47, 57. Alright. So they did 50. They got 57 in points. Alright, over here we've got. Let's see. These are schools. First off, 7 or more. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 12. Energy source. Relics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Inhabitants. 4. Buildings. Each of these are schools, and I have to have more visible relics than my neighbors. It's a lot of relics. So each school is going to be worth 4 points. Times 5 of them is 20. And the farm is another 4. And I've managed to avoid junk. So it's going to come down to 28, 37, 45, 57. Really? Alright. One sec here. Alright. This player over here. Alright. Let's go. We got 1, 2 big terrain segments instead of a bunch of smaller ones. Energy sources. I got 1. Relics. I got Jack. Alright. Inhabitants. 8. 8. Alright. Buildings. The farm is worth 4. The infirmary is also worth 4. So we're starting at 8. Each public square is worth 1 point per space of your largest segment. We got 10, 15, 19 in our desert versus 8. 17 in our grass. 19 is the bigger one. There's 2 public squares. That's 38 points. Again, 38 plus 8. So 46. Jeez. Okay. 14, 22, 68. They might have it. Alright. No. Minus junk. Minus 3. That is 65. Alright. Yeah, don't forget to reduce the by the junk. Alright. And finally over here. Terrain segments of 7 or more. We've got the asphalt section over here. The big ass water, the big ass forest. There's 3. 9 points. Energy sources. And yes, other energy sources count as land for this purpose. 16. Relics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhabitants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very sparsely inhabited. Buildings. So, our 1 public square is worth 5, 13, 17, 21, 25, 28. So the public square is worth 28. A little reminder right there. Each of the schools requires me to have more relics than my neighbors. And at 7, yeah, I'm beating both my neighbors. Alright. So each of the schools is going to be worth 5 instead of 2. I got 2 of them. And my one garden is on an exactly 7 space section for 5. So that adds up to 28, 10, and 5. Makes 43. Alright. And then junk. There's no junk. Alright. 25, 37, 40, 80 points. This player kicked ass. But man, were they relying on a lot of luck as well. Nobody had any tiles left by the end. The long-term planning helped for this player, but luck also helped this player quite a bit. Just the tie for like third is kind of funny to me. So what helped? The double energy source was a big thing. Building up to the public square, and then just like hard focusing on I need this terrain, I need this terrain, I need this terrain. Yeah, didn't do too well in terrain segments, but between this and this, and made the difference. Honestly, yeah. We had a fairly close game here, but they just ran away with it. I want to try messing with this game with the other sets, but also the other sides, because the other sides seem interesting. Schools are worth 1 point for each different type of visible relic in your community. There's the 4 non-token types. Garden is worth 2 additional points if you have the largest segment of continuous terrain. So you're trying to beat your opponents with that one. Farm. Each time you place an inhabitant, place a junk token on a relic in a neighbor's community. Each infirmary. Each time a neighbor places an inhabitant, place 1 inhabitant on this building. Or any other building in the same city. Aha. This player should have gotten like 4 more points. They probably should have screwed this player out of some of their inhabitants. So, oh yeah, and your inhabitants are each with initial. At the end of return, place 1 inhabitant on this building or any other building in the same segment. Continuous terrain is this building. I should have been getting more inhabitants. Not that it would have helped much, but it would have meant less inhabitants for them, or for them, or for them. It would have helped this. It would have benefited this player a little bit more. But at the end of the day, it still wouldn't have been enough. All right. Yeah, Life in Reterra. It's sorry. It's got options. It's got ways to mess with your opponents. But at the end of the day, you're building your community. And you just gotta try your best. Alright. Thanks for watching the first 2 rounds of Life in Reterra. I've already got the short up and it kind of sucks the short just kind of face planted. It's rare that the short actually face plants, but it's just there's got to be something I can figure out with why the shorts either pop off or just kind of go steady up or just suck. I don't know. Yeah, if you can find a copy of the game, check it out. Have fun. All right. This has been Pillar. We'll see you next time.